Okay, Al Hamill again, we're back. This time I'm going to show you how to navigate an assignment and how to submit an assignment. And I purposely chose this one first because it seems to be the most complicated, but it has some great learning steps in it. So this is the final assignment for To Kill a Mockingbird, and the students were supposed to create a book bento. And what are they supposed to do? Well, when you click on this, it expands, and then there's descriptions in here with resources. But if that's a little confusing scrolling through, you can actually click on down here, the view the assignment, and then it opens large. And this is important. I'm going to talk about the different pieces in here. You can see the title of the assignment. You can see that I created it, Al Hamill created it on April 27th, and I edited it again on May 18th. And that's an important thing to think about because the first time you open it, it may change after class discussion or after a Google Meet based on student questions, and teachers may improve the format or the information that they include. But the bottom line is it's due May 19th, and that's the key point. Points, how many points? It's worth 100 points, okay? So then it's really important in this remote learning environment that students actually read all of the description that goes through or builds up to the actual assignment. Teachers go to great lengths to make sure that it's not overwhelming, it's clear, short, and to the point, and then they'll often include examples. So in this case, some of the resources for the book bento are here. This is a PNG, which means it's an image. This is Google Slides, and when you click on this, it's view only, students can't edit it. And they can go through and they can see the criteria about what a book bento is, along with examples and what they need to include. So then they would click back on this tab. I went back up to the upper left, I went back to the tab. And then there's a informational video to explain how they're supposed to use Google Slides to build that bento, and it's just a suggestion. Below that is the /4. Well, what is that? Well, when you expand the criteria, you can see how you are going to, as a student, be evaluated on your project and how you turn it in. Sometimes they might have many areas. In this case, this one's pretty simple. We're just looking at this Common Core standard right here. If I scroll down further, I can also see that there are videos that the teacher posted, and these are additional support videos. And you can see that the teacher, I shared one more support video on the 18th, yet another one, it even says here's one more, and then here's a good one on May 20th. So there's 3 examples. As I'm getting questions from students, I'm able to go through and I'm able to put additional support material in before the due date. So that's great. We got this big idea all put together. How do you do it? Like, how do you turn it in? And this is how. In the upper right corner, it says your work, and it's missing at this time. So I want to add or create. And in this case, I'm supposed to create a Google slide. And sometimes you have to hurry up and wait. And I allowed that pop up because it's my first time in here. And then I want to open up this Google slide. Now, the beauty of this is when I go back to my class, no matter what I do in this Google slide, it's automatically saved and it's automatically attached. So let's go in, let's just build one slide real quick. Like, I'm going to put this in as a okay. And then when I close this out and I reopen it, because I'm going to come in and say, let's say it's tomorrow. I'm going to reopen this. Voila. Everything I did is still saved there. So now it's a new day, or it's a half an hour later, and now I can continue working. When I close it out, we can say I'm done with it. Now that I've finished it, now I click Turn In, and it's going to ask me, do you want to turn this in? And I'm going to say, yes, please do. And my assignment is done. What if I want to go back and work on it? I can't because I turned it in unless I click Unsubmit. So these are the key points that you need to be aware of when you're completing assignments. Again, if it was asked for an essay, you would just choose the Google Doc. If it was a math class or a business class and you were supposed to do sheets, you would use Google Sheets, et cetera, et cetera. It's pretty straightforward. And if you can get that basics, or if you can get those basics, you'll be good to go.